Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, My Intuition. This is the class series on Introduction to Cybersecurity, Visheshwara Technology University, BETCK105I or 205I. So I'm on to Module 5, Module 3, and this is the first part of Module 3. This is my YouTube channel, My Intuition. Please do subscribe and share and like the videos. So this is the syllabus for Module 3. Module 3 is the tools and methods used in cybercrime. So tools and methods like its introduction, proxy servers, anonymizers, phishing, password cracking, keyloggers, spyware, viruses and worms, Trojan horses, backdoors, steganography, DOS and DDoS attackers, and attacks on wireless networks will be seen. Okay, let's see the referring to the question paper. January February 2023 question paper. This is asked for 10 marks, that is stages of network, and in December 2023 January 2024 also it is asked for 10 marks. So the different stages of network attacks. First one, that is recognized, that is the hacker's research phase, where the it is the first step in which any attacker, he gathers the information, uh, like the hackers, they act like spies, and they collect information, as many details as possible about the target before attacking. How do they do this information gathering? They check whatever what devices are connected to the network, and they even check what type of softwares are installed in the network, in the device, and what are the security systems are in use, and they find one communication portal which could be exploited. For example, that uh, uh, it will find that some of the software is not properly installed, or the installed software is not updated. Then they will find a loophole in that. That is this much information collection or information gathering. That is the first step. Second step, that is the scanning or mapping the network. Once the hacker gets the basic information, then he will start targeting weaker points. uh, how they find the weaker points? They use some of the scanning tools like nmap or nessus, and these are the used to find the system vulnerabilities. And once they seen such outdated software which is non for its security loopholes, then they will try to crack it and go inside. Okay, that is third stage, that is gaining access or exploitation. Here they send phishing emails, and they trick the user into revealing the passwords, or sending malware or trojans, which will allow the hacker to control their system, and these brute force attacks repeatedly guess the passwords until they crack some. So these are the possibilities: either phishing means malware or trojanware, or brute force attack. Brute force attack means keep on trying a possible password. Once you get a basic information, you can keep on guessing the password. That is brute force attack. Then comes the maintaining access or backdoor and trojan. Once you get a controller, then you should have control to go in and come out easily. So that is creating a door open without even the user or the device. They put some security measures also. This person should have the ability to go inside and should come outside. So that is called backdoor entry, or they install the hidden entry points or backdoors into the system, and they use even trojans, the malicious program, which look normal. The virus will be hidden to control the system. Okay, Then further, fifth point, that is covering tracks, hiding activity. Once they are doing some hacking work, or they are stealing the information, they have to make sure that their tracks are hidden. Otherwise, cyber police or the forensic people will find it out. Okay, so they use some of the techniques, like they will delete the system logs to remove the evidences of their presence. They encrypt their communication so that others can't decrypt it so easily. Or they use a method called steganography, which is hiding data inside the images or other files, covering to that to cover their tracks. Last one, that is execution of the attack, or which is the final goal. There is an end game where the hacker put complete control, and he asks for ransom, or they will either hack. They have the access to their banking password or credit cards details, even passwords. They will use it and they will take the money whatever they can take out. Okay, so these are the stages of network attacks. Then comes the real world examples of how uh, uh, this type of attacks will shoot the word, or as such a nation will be under threat. So one of the most sophisticated cyber attacks in the history, that is given here, that is Stuxnet worm, that is spread in 2010. It was designed to disable Iran's nuclear facility. What they did first, the first stage, they secretly gathered the intelligence about Iran's nuclear infrastructure. Then they found the vulnerabilities in Windows system, and they spread it. They installed backdoor so that the hackers could control the system remotely. And the Stuxnet, they hijacked industrial machines, causing Iran's nuclear centrifuges to spin uncontrollably, and it went destruction, self-destruction. The nuclear reactor, it got destroyed. More than 1,000 centrifuges were physically destroyed by this attack. Physically destroyed because software attack, but the physical damage is being done. And this is one of the first ever non cyber weapon used in geological warfare. Then proxy servers and anonymizers. Proxy servers, this is asked in January 2023 for 4 marks. That is just a difference between proxy server and anonymizer. It's asked in 20 December 2023. It is asked in November December 2023. Okay, repetition I think. Oh. January 2024 exam also it is asked. Okay, so we'll see what is proxy server and what is the anonymizers. So when we browse the internet, our devices directly communicate with the website, and gives our the IP address of the system. But if we want to stay anonymous or improve ourselves secured, then we can use proxy servers and even anonymizers. Okay, let us see what it is. Proxy server means a proxy server, it acts as the intermediate in between our device and the internet cloud. So instead of connecting directly to the website, our request first goes through another server called proxy server, which takes the web page for us. Okay, so it will hide our IP address, which makes harder for the website to track our location, or it will do the content filtration. Like schools and offices, they use proxies to block access to the some of the social media websites, and it improves the performance. It boosts the performance. Like frequently visited websites are stored in the proxy cache. Okay, so reducing the load time, it will load easily. It will be already in the cache. Already it knows that these are the frequently used or visited website. Therefore, immediately it will catch it and it will enter that website. Then I loading balance, high trafficking situations, multiple proxy servers distribute the internet traffic to avoid the slowdowns. Okay, examples. So some of the examples given here, that is speed proxy, uh, which is actually catching proxy, which speeds up the internet access. And blue coat proxy, it is used in large organizations for the security and web filtering. Now, analogy. What is anonymizers? It is a proxy server. Just think that a proxy server like a personal assistant, which makes online request on our behalf, and the website never sees us, only sees the assistant. That is called anonymizers. Okay, so it's a so what I say, it is a special proxy type which focuses on privacy and complete anonymity. Unlike the regular proxies, anonymizers, they encrypt our connection, making it nearly impossible to trace our online activity. Sorry. How it will work? This anonymity is our internet traffic. It goes through multiple random servers worldwide when we see, so making the tracking very difficult. So some anonymizers they even use the virtual private networks, that is VPNs, in order to encrypt all data between our devices and as well as the internet. Okay, so for example, the onion router or the tor, it routes the internet traffic through multiple relays, so that it makes very high anonymous for us, for others. Or there is another called as the Nord VPN, which encrypts our internet connection, keeping our browsing history private. Okay, so if a proxy server is uh, like an assistant which makes our uh, request for us, and an anonymous server, it is a like a multiple assistant in different locations to completely hide our identity. Okay, so that's about uh, those two terms, proxy as well as anonymous. The difference, if we see, the security, the purpose of proxy server is to have security, to improve the performance, and to have access. And the purpose of anonymizer is to have privacy and complete anonymity, uh, hiding completely. Encryption method, basic encryptions are used depending upon setting for proxy server, whereas in case of anonymizer, very strong encryption is used, and it hides the user identity completely. And examples also given, which is already seen. Okay, now moving on to the next topic, that is phishing. Phishing, this question is asked in 23 December, January 24, for 10 March. Okay, so phishing, it is one of the most dangerous and widespread cyber threats which are happening nowadays. Some 3 4 years it was continuously, people are almost aware that any email comes, should not believe that. Okay, phishing, just the same word that we use, the fisherman fishing, same way the hackers are fishing us. Okay, whether we are small fish or big fish, that they will track, and they will accordingly they will try, they will just throw that, uh, and if if we are not good enough smart, then we'll catch all that, and we'll get into trouble. Okay, so phishing is one of the most widespread dangerous cyber threat, and every day people fall, they become a victim to this phishing emails or fake messages, and the malicious websites, and they lose money, or they lose their data, or even they give their account, bank account access to completely to them. Okay, so this is what the phishing meaning all about, and it's actually a digital trap set by some expert, where the expert, uh, he pretended to be a trusted organization, and with that feeling created, they will steal the personal data. And the goal is to trick users to revealing the passwords, financial details of confidential information. How they work? They send fake emails, which looks very real. They create the required website for that, and finally, the victim unknowingly enters the required credential, and or they download harmful files which will get installed, and it will catch the or, search the information from our system. Okay, so next, that is types of phishing. Phishing, there are four types I mentioned as here: email phishing, spear phishing, whaling, or wishing, and smishing. And nice terms. Okay, so first one, that is email phishing, which is the most common attack. They send fake emails pretending to be one of the trusted company. For example, say your the PayPal account, which is commonly used for a foreign transaction, and it has been suspended. Click here to verify. So, if it is suspended, we need to check it. At least, so we'll click it, and immediately it will go to a fake PayPal web page, and they will ask the details, actual username and password, everything it will ask. That will enter there. They will get it. That is simple email phishing example. Spear phishing, it is a personalized attack, identifying a particular person and attacking, instead of randomly sending email to all people, in which fishes will catch. Okay, so this is spear phishing. Target is there. They will identify the victim first. They will find the people who can be targeted with the social media, not social media, with the pages like LinkedIn or other social media, and they will see what type of work he is doing, or what type of activities he is there, and they will craft the email convincingly for that particular person to that. Means, if a person working in a in a company or IT company, and he knows his boss used to send a particular type of email to either to give the information or share the information, and the hacker will identify the same type of uh, the way he gets, and he will do that, and he will take the information. I think you understood. That is peer phishing. Particular person's character is identified, or work style is identified, and that is used to, and the email sends, emails are given to them, and they will attack that. In that whaling, no, it's a bigger version. No? The identified targeter is not a simple person. He is a CEO of a company, or the director of an institution, or even government officials, who has got a lot of information with them, and the amount that can be taken, it is not a small fish, it is a big whales. Okay, so that word whaling is there. For them also, they will be using such type of emails, because big whales, they will be always the behind the law, to make sure that their confidentiality of company is there. So it's like that, email they will send something that your something tax related. Those are the main word which can be used, that the company's tax issues are there, or something like that. Then he'll get into that, and if he enters the details, and the entire things, they will skip. Then comes the wishing, as well as smishing. Wishing, that is something voice phishing, and smishing, that is SMS phishing. Okay, so wishing, that is attackers call and pretend to be from a bank or a tech support, and with that code they will be online connecting to that person, and in that call they will send some of the OTP or some link to the person, sharing that we from bank we have sent this particular information, you please fill it and give, or please share the OTP which is given to which is came to your mobile. Sometimes they will collect our this one ATM cards details. They will make sure that when we put the ATM card in ATM machine, whatever the information, like everything, they will keep it ready, and they will uh, enter the details while calling, and OTP will come to the owner of that actual ATM card, and he will ask a request to give the share the pin. If the pin is shared, immediately they will withdraw the money. Like that it can happen. It happened to some few of them, if you might know. That's why that particular example came to my mind. Then comes smishing. Smishing, it is they send fake text messages with dangerous links in between, like say your bank account is locked, please click this link and give the details to unlock it. Like that it message who will go to bank and verify, who is having time. Such people, they believe first time if they get, they may enter the details. Once they enter the details, amount is stored. The thing is that many people are losing money like this for first time, or if they are knowing, if they are not knowing about this one. But small amount, if they go, they will not publicize it, or they will hide it, because telling others that my money, somebody fooled me and took my money, so that no one will tell. That's why many of the time these attacks or these type of crimes, they don't want to complain. That is where the hackers are working. Now, how to protect ourselves from phishing? Okay, so simple terms are given. I'm not explaining in detail. Do not click on suspicious links or emails or messages. Verify the senders. Watch the uh, uh, whatever email is given. Misspelling is there, or unusual addresses are there, or make sure that end-to-end enable two-factor authentication for extra security, means OTP verification. Be careful or cautious of urgent request if it is there, and asking you sensitive information. Then you have to be very careful. You use security software to detect the phishing attempts. Now, next one, that is password cracking. This is asked in 2023 January February. Asked in July June 2024 for 6 as well as 10 months. Okay, so you see what is password cracking or breaking the digital security. Uh, because passwords are the first line of defense in cybersecurity, but attackers are constantly finding the ways to break through and give the password. Okay, how do the attackers they crack our password? They use some of the social media platforms, or they use some methods to identify our personal interest, and with that they will ask. Okay, so what do they gain from this? Yes, stealing money from banking or e-commerce accounts, or accessing to the private information of, like the email, business files, or the social media, installing the malware to take control of an entire system, or stealing passwords on the dark web to other cyber criminals. Okay, so always a weak password, just like 123456, the common use, or 123. Okay, or person's name and date of birth. These are the commonly used passwords. But if if a hacker knows his name and finds the date of birth, can easily try it. Okay, so such things are the open doors for the cyber attackers. Anyone can walk into our system. Now, methods of password cracking, as mentioned. It may be Brookfield brute force attack. That is the trial and error method. Brute force attack means that means that hacker tries every possible combination of letters, numbers, and symbols. And this method it is slow for a long password, but works on short or weak ones. For example, just 1 2 3 4, or if it is a password, then you can try from 0004 zeros to 4 0001 002, like that, until they reach 1 2 3 4. It can be done, and there are softwares which will do this very fast. No need to check one by one. Okay, there are sample systems which will do this type of brute force attack. Okay, then comes the dictionary attack, guessing the common password. Okay, means using the dictionary and what is given in that words that they use, or instead of testing all the combinations, attackers use a list of common passwords. If the password is very weak, it will get cracked very easily. For example, if someone put the password as say I love you, or a password like a password 1 2 3, these are the common passwords which can be easily guessed. Okay, then comes the rainbow table attack, which is cracking the hashed passwords. Many websites they store passwords in encrypted or hashed form. Instead of guessing, hackers use pre-computed hash values to crack them very fast. For example, if the password is stored with by hashing with so many numericals, so letters, symbols, in that hashed form, but the word used is a simple word, so like my password. Okay, so it can be easily decoded. Understood. So password should be strong, then it has to be hashed. And giving a simple password like this is my password. Okay, like that, if given, and if it is even coded also, converted into numerical or other values with certain say conditions they put it to encrypt. You can use the same condition to decrypt, and it can be easily found out. So moving to the next topic, that is phishing and key lockers. Phishing, that is I already explained, giving sending email attack, emails, and getting fake emails are used. Key loggers, that is the silent spy for recording the key stroke, identifying which keys are used. With that, they will guess the password. Okay, even our passwords are very strong, then if they are using keyloggers, then they will find it out, our password. And how to protect ourselves from these things. Okay, we have to use strong passwords. We have to use enable the multiple factor authentication, that is OTP setup. Avoid using personal information in passwords. Regularly change the passwords, and use a password manager which stores generates strong and unique password, which is already will be there in the system, that can also be used. Now viruses and worms. This is asked in January 2023, asked in June 2023, asked in December 2023, January 2024 it is asked, so continuously asked. So in today's life, viruses, we know that biology viruses, coronavirus, and the same digital world, cyber threats like viruses, worms, which can infect the computers. It can spread through the networks and cause serious harm. But what exactly are they and how do they work? What is a virus? This we are seeing through this. It's a silent attacker, viruses. Just like biological viruses only, it needs a host to survive. It attacks itself to a file, or a program, or a document, and wait for the user to activate it. it actually remains dormant, means hiding, until you open the infected file. Once activated, then it can corrupt the entire files. It can slow down our system. It can spread further. For example, if you download some of the pirated games, it may contain viruses. Nothing happens until you run the game, and at that moment the virus will infect your system and it will spread. Okay, now what is a worm? Worm, it is an automatic spreader. Unlike viruses, worms, they don't need a host file, or they don't want any user interaction. They move and they multiply there by their own, and it spreads across the network. It replicates itself across the devices and on the network. So it consumes the resources. It makes the system to slow down, and it makes the system unresponsible. So some of the worm attacks they even create the backdoors so that hacker can have a full control and they can come out and can go in. One of the best worm attack, that is the uh, oh, that type of okay. Okay, so one example for this type of are the WannaCry in 2017, which infected thousands of computers worldwide. Uh, they locked the files, they encrypt the data, which is the real owner. When they open, it is in different style, that means it's encrypted. They are not able to decrypt so easily. Strong encryption is done. Okay, like that it is given. Now that is one. The differences, simple differences. Viruses needs a host, whereas worm does not need a host. Viruses, it infects, it spreads by from the infected file, whereas the worm will spread over networks. The virus, it needs an action, somebody has to open it, whereas a worm, it does not need any action, it will do by itself. Okay, uh, so dependent, not dependent on others, self dependent is there for the worm. Example, the Chernobyl virus, or CIH, it's a virus, whereas WannaCry is a worm. Now types of viruses, so many are there, different types are there. Now new types, not there, I have not taken, I have taken the which is there in the textbook, for the prescribed textbook, from that only I took. Okay, so what is that? Boot sector virus. In boot sector virus, it is a it infects the boot sector of a storage device, and it activates when you start your computer. That time when you boot the system, there only it attacks. Example is given, that is brain virus, which has spread in 1986, which is the first ever computer virus. Congratulations to brain virus. Second type, that is program virus. Program virus, it is attached to the executable files, like the .exe or the .com files are there. For that, it will attack. Once we run the program, it will execute. Okay, example is the Cascade virus, which is in 1987. uh, then comes a stealth virus. Stealth virus, it is stealth. The word itself says it has got a hiding power. It hides from the antivirus tools. How it hides? It will change its uh, file size, or the data, system data. It will change so that it can hide. Example is brain virus. Then polymorphic viruses, which is polymorphic means shape changing. It code each time, and infects a file, so it becomes a signature based detection ineffective. Okay, because it itself codes mutates. The actual word is it mutates, so very difficult to catch hold, because once we make a code to find it out, reach it there, that time it might out. change it to some other form. Fifth one, that is macrovirus. Macrovirus, they are mainly attacking the documents. It hides inside the Microsoft Word or the Excel macros. It will go ahead. It spreads when the files are shared via email. Example is Melissa virus, which is in 1999. Then come the ActiveX and the Java control threads, which are the web-based attacks. Exploits the browser features like Java. It often used in fake security pop-ups. Example, the cat worm, that is it, 1999 released. Then the special one, that is the Jerusalem virus. It infects the program files. It increases the size. The file size increases and it will crash. The system will crash. It was given the name because it was found in that particular area, Jerusalem. So the name is given as Jerusalem virus in 1987. Okay. Moving on to how to protect. Very simple. You have to use antivirus softwares. You have to use that avoid opening unknown attachments. We have to regularly update the softwares and operating system. You need to use firewalls and network security components should be added, and we have to always keep the information in the backup. In some other system, the information should be required. Then comes the Trojan horses and backdoors. Questions are asked in many question papers it is seen. So we'll see Trojan horses. Uh, uh, the cyber crimes nowadays uses advanced techniques to gain the unauthorized access to computer network. The Trojan horse and backdoors are such two dangerous tools which are used to infiltrate into the system and without the users identifying it or recognizing it. So these threats it can lead to data theft or even the hijacking the system and loss of money or financial loss. Okay, we'll see one by one what is a Trojan horse. Okay, so Trojan horse, you have seen the movie Trojan, same thing, same concept. This is an ancient Greek story where a wooden horse was made and given as gift to Troy, the city. And once it reached the city, night time, they opened the warriors. They opened the wooden doors and came out and attacked the city and took the control. Okay, so unlike the same concept is here. Unlike viruses and worms, Trojans, they do not spread on their own. They rely on tricking the users into install them. Okay, so once inside the system, a Trojan, uh, it can then steal the sensitive data. It can install more malware or it can allow the hackers to control the system remotely, sitting somewhere else. Examples is Zeus Trojan, which appeared as a uh, legitimate banking application actually, asking for the credential. Once it installed, it secretly record the user's banking login details and send it to the hackers, leading to the financial loss. Backdoors, it is a hidden pathway, bypass security authentication access for the hacker to once they do some work, they want to hack somewhere else, so they keep a door open there. Otherwise, even they change the system also, he should have a way to get into that. That is called a backdoor. Backdoor entry is same concept. They are created by software developers for troubleshooting purposes, but hackers are exploiting them. Uh, Hackers install the installed by the cyber criminals. They use by using Trojans, these backdoors. Okay, which allows them to control the system. Example, the The back orifice tool, which is released in 1998, allowed the hackers to remotely control or monitor the Windows computers. Several data breaches happened at that time. How they work? The delivery method is given. Trojans are often comes as a free software or cracked games or fake updates or email attachments, and the user unknowingly download and install the malware. Then infection and exploration, the Trojan it creates a backdoor first, giving a hacker a secret access, and some Trojan even they act as a key loggers. They will record the key, and every keystroke they will record encoding password and personal details they will hijack, or they can understand. So others can actively use webcams or microphones without the user's knowledge. In the remote control and damage, hackers they steal the confidential data or like passwords, banking details, personal files. They spread more malware for or launch cyber attacks. The victims may notice their computer is slowing down, strange files are appearing, or security settings are changing. That means Trojans are how to protect. Use firewall intrusion detection system, use install update antivirus software, avoid downloading unknown files or attachments, keep softwares and operating system, fix security rules, and monitor network activity for suspicious data transfer, and keep looking to this logo. This is my intuition logo. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and share the videos to others also. Thank you once again for watching my videos.